If you are having a hard time with letting go of that toxic ex, some toxic habits, letting go of that toxic work environment, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to let go of, I can help you. Check out the ebook, Letting Go When God Says So. The link is in the description. It's a step-by-step guide on how to release with grace. Why? Because there's peace on the other side of release. And then also, we now have the prayer book available, the Hey God prayer book. You know, I read this to my kids every morning before they go to school, and it's amazing. It's like, this is the prayers for the things that we don't know how to say out loud. That's why I created it, because a lot of people don't know what to really say, and that's why I created it. But I'm yapping right now. I just wanted to tell y'all that, and let's get into the message. The Lord directs the steps of the godly. He delights in every detail of their lives. Though they stumble, they will never fall, for the Lord holds them by the hand. That's Psalms 37 verses 23 through 24. And if you recently, just let someone go and now you're feeling lost and stuck, confused, empty, or like a part of your life just disappeared overnight, then this video is for you. Because what you're feeling right now is deeper than heartbreak, I can tell you that. You're not just grieving a person. You're grieving a routine. You're grieving expectations. You're grieving the future that you thought was coming, right? And that's heavy. You're grieving conversations that will never happen. Plans that never made it out of your imagination. A version of your life that only existed in your mind. And that is heavy. I know this. That's why this hurts the way it does. It isn't always the person that breaks your heart. It's not. Sometimes it's the future that you built around them, right? Sometimes it's the life that you pictured. Sometimes it's the family dinners, the vacations, the growing old together, the inside jokes, the little moments that you thought would last forever. I know how heavy that is. And now you're standing in the middle of a reality that you truly never wanted. And you're sitting there trying to figure out where to go from here. And I know that that's heavy, but I need you to listen to me carefully. What if this season is not about losing them? What if this season is about finding you? What if for the first time in a long time, God has removed every distraction so you can finally hear your own voice again, right? Because if you're being truly honest, some of you have spent so much time trying to keep somebody else happy that you forgot what makes you come alive. Some of you became experts on another person's needs while becoming strangers to your own purpose. You forgot about yourself. Some of you spent years and years and years watering a garden that wasn't growing while the seeds God planted inside of you sat untouched. And now that they're gone, you're left with the silence, that quietness. And silence can feel very, very scary when you've got used to all that noise. I know about that. Silence can feel very uncomfortable when you got used to constant communication. But sometimes silence is where God finally gets your attention. Right there, in that silence. Sometimes the very thing that you call loneliness is actually room. Room to think, room to heal, room to build, room to become, room to remember who you were before you started shrinking yourself to fit in somebody else's comfort zone. See, everybody keeps asking, how do I stop thinking about them? I always hear that. How do I stop thinking about them? And truthfully, I think that's the wrong question. The better question is what am I building that deserves my attention more than my past? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Because your mind naturally follows what you feed it. We know this. If every day starts with memories and social media and stalking and, replaying a whole bunch of conversations and wondering what they're doing, then of course you're going to stay stuck. Of course. But if your mornings start with purpose and prayer and goals and growth and learning and serving and creating, eventually your focus shifts. Not because you forced it to, because something bigger captured your attention. And that's what I think that some of you need right now. I think some of you need that right now. You don't need another sign from them. You don't need another text message from them. You don't need another explanation from them. You don't need another apology from them. You don't need another chance. You need a mission. You need something that gets you out of bed when the emotions hit, because they will hit. You need something that reminds you that your life didn't end because a relationship did, right? You need that reminder. Somewhere along the way, some of you accidentally made a person your whole purpose. I know this. I did that before. That's why losing them feels like losing yourself. But people were never supposed to carry that kind of weight. They were never supposed to become your reason for waking up, like a whole person. Imagine that. They were never supposed to become your identity. That's why when they leave, everything collapses, because the foundation was built on something temporary, see? But see, purpose remains. Calling remains. The gifts that God placed inside of you remains. The people that you're supposed to help in this life, that remains. The impact that you're supposed to make, that remains. The dream that you've been ignoring, that remains. And maybe that's where your healing starts. Not by finding another relationship. Let's not do that. Not by trying to, replace them. Not by trying to prove something to them, but by finally becoming obsessed with the life that God is trying to build through you. I want you to imagine something. Imagine taking every ounce of energy that you spent crying over them and analyzing them and checking on them, all that energy, and missing them, all that energy, and I want you to redirect that energy towards becoming excellent. Imagine what happens if you read the books, if you start the business, if you write the content, right? Imagine what happens if you build the ministry, you lose the weight, you take the classes, you know what I'm saying? You learn that skill. Imagine what your life will look like 1 year from now if you stop making them the center of every conversation and you start making you the future. Imagine what would happen. You wouldn't even recognize yourself, if I'm being honest. That's why I need somebody listening to hear this. Your healing is not hiding inside the next text message. Your healing is hiding inside your next step. There's a big difference. It's hiding inside your next act of obedience. It's hiding inside your next workout. That's where it's hiding. Your next prayer, your next business idea, your next book, your next act of courage. That's where it is. Because momentum does something that sadness can't stop. Momentum creates evidence that life is still moving. That's what I had to learn. And some of you have been sitting in the same emotional parking lot for months, years, just years waiting for closure, waiting for answers, waiting for some kind of understanding. Meanwhile, life keeps knocking on your door saying, come on. There's still more for you. That's what life is saying. There are still rooms that you haven't walked into yet. There are still blessings that you haven't seen. There are still people that you haven't met. There are still opportunities that you haven't touched. There are still prayers that haven't even been answered yet. And the longer you stare at what left, the harder it becomes for you to see what's arriving in your life. That's why Isaiah 43 verses 18 through 19 says it. Y'all know I always say it. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Notice it doesn't say God was doing a new thing. Was. It says he is doing a new thing right now, while you're hurting, while you're grieving, while you're rebuilding, while you're trying to figure things out. God is still moving. Your life doesn't stop because somebody exited your chapter, right? Let me say that again. Your life doesn't stop because somebody exited a chapter. The story continues. The purpose, it continues. Your growth continues. Your calling, it continues. Your life continues. And one day, maybe not tomorrow, right? Maybe not next week, although it will feel good. But one day you're going to wake up and realize that they don't take as much space in your mind up anymore. And it's not because you stopped caring or anything, right? It's not because you became cold. It's not because you erased the memories. It's because your life became bigger than your loss. That's what happened. Your mission became bigger than your heartbreak. That's what happened. You got busy becoming who God created you to be. That's what happened. And here's the beautiful part. Watch this. Watch this. While you're focused on becoming, while you're focused on growing and while you're focused on purpose and stuff like that, while you're focused on serving, while you're focused on becoming excellent, the right people will naturally come into your life. I know it's hard to believe, but the right people will come into your life. And it's not because you went chasing them, not because you went hunting for love or anything like that. It's because healthy things grow in healthy environments. The right person doesn't become your purpose. It doesn't, my friend. You know what they do? They join your purpose. The right person doesn't distract you from your mission. I need you to remember that. They don't distract you from the mission. They strengthen it, right? The right person doesn't make you abandon yourself. They inspire you to become more yourself. But guess what? None of that happens if you standing in yesterday begging it to come back. So I need you to cry. Cry if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Cry it out. Pray when you need to pray. Sit with the pain when you need to sit with it. Be honest about what hurts. Like, don't sugarcoat it. But don't unpack there. Don't build that house there. Don't make a permanent home in a temporary season. Don't do that. Biggest mistake that you can make. Because there is too much life left in front of you. There are too many people waiting for what God placed inside of you. There are too many gifts that haven't been opened yet. Too many. There are too many dreams that haven't been touched yet. Too many doors that haven't been walked through yet. Ain't that exciting? And if you just let someone go and now you feel lost and stuck, let me leave you with this, okay? Maybe you're not lost at all. Maybe you're finally standing at the beginning of the life that you were supposed to be building all along. Maybe this isn't the end of your story. Maybe this is the chapter where you stop chasing people and you start chasing purpose, right? Maybe this is the chapter where you stop asking, why did they leave? And you start asking, what am I called to become? Big difference. Because the answer to that question will take you further than any relationship ever could. I can guarantee that. So go wash your face, my friend. Go say your prayers. Pick up the pieces, right? Take the next step. And then take another one. And then another one after that. And another one after that. And it's going to be hard. I know it. But you can do it. You got this. Now, if you are having a hard time with that letting go and you need a little bit of extra help, you need a more of a push, you need a guide, you can check out the ebook, Letting Go When God Says So. I put that together to help you release with grace because I know I lost myself when I had to let go, right? I know I lost myself, but there was little things that I did to help me find myself again, right? And you can check it out. I'm yapping. Until next time, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.